Good afternoon. Uh, this is Unit 4, Social 101, Principles of Sociology, with Professor Mr. Kevin Tiemann from Post University. My name is Anita Thomas. Today is September 20th, 2023, and I have the pleasure of being here with Miss Tashira. Announce your name.
My name is Camille Teixeira.
Thank you. And I appreciate you taking the time to give me an opportunity to do this interview with you for my class. My first question to you, Ms. Camille, is can you define to me what bullying is? Like, provide me an example and, give me different forms of bullying.
So, bullying is when a person hurts another person or group of people, um, whether it be physically, sexually, verbally, and different type of you said what different type of bullying?
Yeah, and that's what you was explaining to me.
Yes. So that'd be physical. It could be sexual. It could be verbal.
Okay. What about can you um, the physical bullying that takes place, the verbal bullying that takes place, can it affect you psychologically?
I feel it can. It can lead to anxiety. Can lead to depression. It can lead to
Downstairs?
it can lead to PTSD. Sometimes things can go as far as suicides.
So children can be bullied to the point of, they would get so depressed that they would, commit suicide.
Yes.
Okay. Um, how prevalent is bully in our society? And what are some of the common signs that someone may be experiencing being bullied?
I feel like bullying is like very major in society.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it happens on social media. It can happen publicly. You can even see it on TV, unfortunately,
What about in the workplace
in the workplace,
and in the school
in the
environment?
schools, even the churches. Can happen in any
So
setting.
bullying is very prevalent.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a major thing. Um, I would like to um, find out from you, like, if someone is being bullied, what sign do they show that they're being bullied, or is it no sign?
Um, well, sometimes some people may put on a mask, so you may not be able to tell. But then there's others that may express sadness or depression, anxiety. They may randomly lash out. And you may interpret it as they acting out for no reasons.
Okay, but actually they're being bullied and they don't know how to express it. So,
Exactly.
okay. And this is why it leads to suicide from the anxiety of it and it not being addressed. You
Yes.
could kind of see how it could escalate to that level.
Correct.
Okay. Um, so that's the psychological and the emotional effect of being bullied. Um, and I think that would be in a short term and in a long term situation because it could be a short term situation of bullying, but it could be so impactful that, you know, it could take you over the top.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. Can you explain the role of a bystander? Just make yourself be a bystander and you see a bullying situation going on, you're witnessing someone being bullied. Um, how can you either contribute to helping the prevention of the bullying or do you do nothing?
I feel that me or anyone else as bystander, we can do things to help the person that's being bullied.
And how would you help them?
I mean, if it's like, for example, a public setting, you can, you know, c- call the police. You know, if it's in a work setting, you can, depend on how bad it is, you can call the police, or depend on level it is, you call the police or you put in incident reports. You know,
Mm-hmm. And so would you see someone, you're walking past and this is a public scene and you see someone just shoving, you see another kid shoving another little kid, you can see that the kid is feeling intimidated. So would you intervene verbally by saying, hey, that's not nice, you know?
I would do that, and if it doesn't work, maybe I would try to, like, the kid that's like being victimized,
Hmm.
like, try to get them away from the setting.
Okay, take them away from harm. Right? That's beautiful. Okay, what about you're in a workplace and you see that your colleague in the workplace is persistently badgering another worker that's new that just came in to the work environment.
Basically tell them not to do it, and if they don't listen, um, I may, tell somebody at a, higher person about it, or depending on circumstance, I may encourage the workers, to speak up, or, you know, put in an incident report.
Handle their business.
Yes,
Yes.
encourage them to have power over themselves. Don't let that bully have power over them.
Okay. And if because some people are so intimidated, like, so if they don't be able to exercise that power for themselves, would you speak to your coworker to, to say, hey, you know,
Sometimes you do that and they don't listen. So I feel like what stop all that is the moment when a person get a write up, it'll
kind
most
of put it
likely
into
put
perspective?
things into place,
Okay, beautiful.
because
Okay,
nobody wants to lose their job.
correct. That's right. Not in today's world. And so now we've done it in public, we've done it in the workplace. Now we're going to go to the school. And if the school is setting, you are, in the hallway and you're coming to go to the gym and you see another student, you know, physically uh, attacking the next student, and then you see the next student
Unknown caller.
um, verbally speaking ill to the next student. How would you handle that?
Verbally talking to the next
Like
student.
verbal abuse.
Um, I will tell them to stop, and if that don't work, unknown caller, I will make sure they get like after school detention. And
So you would
also,
intervene.
yes, after school detention, speaking to the parents, and if there isn't changes, then maybe, well, not maybe, but I feel that the parents should then be held accountable, because if I'm talking to the parent and the child still isn't changing their behavior, then what is going on at home? What are you instilling in them to stop being a bully?
Okay, and that brings me to the next question. So, how can the parents, as well as the educators within the school, effectively communicate with these children, and the students uh, who may be victims of being bullies, uh, and the bullies that's the victimizers. Um, so, how would
Well, counseling.
all right, beautiful, beautiful, bringing them together doing a little sit down and counseling, right?
And also like individual one-on-one.
Okay, that's very beautiful, right? I mean, it'll help sort out even what the bully is going through, because the
Yes.
bully could be going through something,
Mm-hmm.
might be why he's a bully. He might have been bullied, so that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Um, so do you think that in any level of bullying that it warrants different legal measures to take place to combat bullying?
If legal matters should take place?
Yes, some cases like you have bullying. Do you think that it might warrant for you to?
Yes, depending on how severe it is.
Okay, okay. No stones unturned. Um, so, what are some of the best practices for creating a safe haven? Safe and inclusive environment that will discourage bullying in the schools or in a workplace or our community, since we talked about that. Um,
You do the bullying, automatically you will be suspended. And if suspension don't work, then your mom and pops, they should be held accountable.
which would kind of, help put a handle on it.
Make them be more proactive in their child's
Okay,
behavior.
right. And in our community, what could we do with bullying to try to discourage it?
You see something, say something.
Alrighty. And what about like having a little town hall meeting, and
Yes, town hall meeting is good. Social media is also good.
passing out literatures
Yes.
of awareness of bullying? Right. Okay. Which would make the parent, hey, these literature has been passed out. We're having meetings, um, and allow them to have opportunity to have sit downs with their children, you know,
Exactly.
to show the severity of bullying.
Yeah, my little bag of
Um,
chips.
okay, that um, leads me here to another question that I would like to ask you. I mean, it's narrowing down, and I am really, really appreciative for being able to have this time to sit with you and go through bullying, because it's really a very serious matter. Do you think that discrimination plays any role with bullying?
It can. I mean, people bully people for various different reasons. People can bully people based upon their race, based upon their ethnicity, based upon their gender. You know, people can, people literally bully people for any and like almost everything. It could be the shoes you have on your feet. A person will bully them.
The way you talk, right? Because
Yeah.
they're people from different cultures, and it creates it. So, if you don't mind, would you like to share, a story with us? Have you ever been bullied before?
Yes.
Would you love to share that?
Okay, so one of my bullying experience was my first year in public school. And what happened was I didn't have any friends, and when I tried to make friends, there was this one particular girl. She was like the ringleader in the classroom. She would say, "Don't follow us," and she would just walk around the schoolyard, and everybody else. It was at least one person that break away from that negativity. It's like everybody is like in agreement with her. So basically, every day when I come to school, um, I'm sitting in the schoolyard the whole time by myself during lunchtime. I don't have anybody to socialize with. So that's like, it was pretty much me eating my food and, sit there till it's time to go out. And then when I go out, I'm like sitting there the whole time. And
You're
then
isolated.
isolated pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And things had even reached a point where these same classmates, they started to become verbally abusive, and one of the kids even got real physical, where he kicked me in my stomach, and
My
then
goodness.
the rest kids, they were just laughing, and I was just there crying.
And so did you speak to your teacher about that?
Yes, I tried to report it. Not try, I did report it, and
What happened?
nothing happened.
Nothing?
Nothing. It's like I'm crying and I'm trying to talk at the same time, but as I repeat myself, it's like
It was never addressed.
it was never addressed.
Never resolved.
Never.
Wow. That's very unfortunate. Sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
I mean, you never spoke to your counselor about it?
I didn't have a counselor then.
Okay. What about your parents when you went home?
My dad, I wasn't expressive on what was going on.
What was going on with you
in school?
Right.
And the crazy part is, me going home. Of course, I experienced the basic needs of food, shelter, or whatever, but never that experience of, hey, how was your day, or what's going on in school. It was more so during homework time. He got verbally abusive.
Okay. So it was, internal and external.
Exactly.
That you were dealing with it.
Yes.
So, yeah, you had no hiding place. You had no protection.
Exactly. So it's like he wasn't physical, but he was like aggressive when he talked.
Yeah, so that would make a person feel further intimidated to even share, that I'm being bullied, because now I'm being verbally bullied here too.
Mm-hmm.
And, this is supposed to be my safe haven. Yeah, so, it's very, very unfortunate. I'm very sorry to hear that. So it lets us know that bullying can be very, very impactful on an individual. Not just physical, the physical part, the pain go away, but the emotional impact can be with you into your adulthood as you are a beautiful young adult. So yeah, it can follow you into your adulthood. Do you ever have flashbacks about it or anything?
If something happened in my present, sometimes I may have things that may be like triggers that may remind me of a place and time. I have a lot of days where I'll be like, yeah, I'm over certain things, I'm healed, I'm unbothered, but then the moment a similar situation may happen in life, it just bring you back in memory.
Right. So it's just kind of just dormant and has a mask on it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. Well, I mean, that's very, very unfortunate. So, it is definitely, good for us to be very proactive, with bullying, that it doesn't take place, and try to implement intervention as well as prevention, because there are, high rates of adolescents, especially dealing with the social media and the trolling and experiencing, bullying at different levels, and to the point to where it results in, suicide. You have people that deal with discrimination, marginalized communities, and also can lead to suicidal, or being intimidated. And it's, as I said, it's unfortunate, it's very impactful, and it can psychologically and emotionally be damaging to an individual and to your health. So I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to sit down and help me get my project done and be able to share this. And I thank you for the permission to share this with my classmate and my professor. Even I want to say that this beautiful art that we see here is art that's drawn by Miss Camille, and you said it stemmed from your bullying, and you took and put your emotions on paper.
And my art, that's correct.
Yes. And it's a very piece of beautiful art. Thank you, and have a blessed day.
Thank you.